Hi everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Adventure Realm. I'm going to be building a theme park where every corner tells a different story and every ride is an epic quest. I'm Gary, I'm your guide and fellow architect. So I'm using Planet Coaster to build this, and I've played about with Planet Coaster, but I'm really not that great at it. So I thought for any other novices out there that it would be handy to watch my hopefully learning journey with this game. So today what I'm doing is I'm building the entranceway, the gateway into my theme park, which I've called Adventure Realm. And I've gone for a sort of castle look, so I'm having to play about with the custom build tools, and that was a bit of a steep learning curve. So the area that I live in, I've imagined that this theme park would be in the area I live in Scotland, and we have a lot of ruined castles. So I wanted to kind of go down that realm. So I'm using a lot of this rough stone, no glass in the windows, different parapets and archways. And then I thought, what's a castle without some turrets? So you can see me attempting to build some turrets and realizing that the walls don't quite match up, but oh well, I'm just going to deal with that one and leave it be. Same again on this side. So this isn't going to be the final gateway. I'm hoping that I will get better at building with the custom tools as I go on building this park. So the vision that I have for this park is there's going to be 5 areas: a jungle adventure area, a Wild West area, a fairy tale area, a sci-fi area, and a pirate area, with this main concourse in the middle, which sort of acts as a compass directing guests into the different areas of the park. So, as you can see, the gateway is coming together. I'm already thinking, actually, it would be a lot nicer if it was a bigger castle that the guests had to walk through. So maybe that's something that we'll come back to in a later episode. So the castle's nearly finished. I'm saying castle, it's really not a castle, it's more of a gatehouse, and it's not even symmetrical. So you can really see I'm a novice at this game, and I've got a feeling this is going to be quite a steep learning curve. So, yeah, as I was saying, so this park is going to have different areas, and I'm hoping that by building an actual theme park, it's really going to give me a much deeper knowledge of this game and how it works and what we can do with it. And I want it to be slightly realistic, but well, it will be realistic because game physics make it so that it has to be realistic. So I'm putting in these spiral stairs into the towers so that adds that sense of realism. When the guests come in, they see these spiral stairs and they think, where does that go? So I've added that into both turrets. I really need to get better at making these voiceovers, don't I? Hopefully that will improve as well as we go along. So, yep, the stairs are going into the turret. So this whole theme park I'm calling Adventure Realm because you're going into these different realms on different adventures. Yep. So, in the Wild West area, I'm picturing there being a runaway mine train that goes through the mines and through a deserted town with maybe an explosion. I'm going to play about with the terrain tools. I'm being very ambitious with this, along with different sort of rides and the themed area with these desert towns. The sci-fi area, I want there to be an indoor dark ride that would be like a laser sort of shooting thing, and a hyper coaster with lots of space theming. In the pirate realm, or the pirate adventure bay. I'm picturing there being the boat ride, the swinging boat ride, maybe a wooden coaster or a log flume or something like that. And then in the jungle adventure, I'm picturing it being very Aztec themed with a wild rapids sort of ride through the jungle and things like that. And then in the fairy tale world, another dark ride journeying through the fairy tales, maybe a wooden coaster or something like that. And I'm picturing the main concourse, the main entrance to the park, having planters as you come in, and then a big fountain, big water feature, and then there being sort of a compass with the 5 points coming out to the different areas of the park, and then potentially a transport ride around the park so that guests can get to the different areas. But I want it to be hugely themed so that each area is immersive. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding in some torches into the castle entrance so that at night we get this nice sort of flame effect, like lit by flame torches. So I'm going through and adding those so that the theming has already started. You're going through the castle on your adventure, and I've just noticed that that torch is stuck into the stairs. Brilliant. You can really tell that I'm a novice, can't you? But hopefully by doing this I will get better. And this is only my first sort of entrance into the world of Planet Coaster. I've done some of the scenarios just to get myself familiar with the game, but every time I've gone into sandbox mode, I've just kind of stuck a ride down, added a path, stuck another ride down, added a path. There's not really been any flow to it, and then I find that there's areas the guests just don't go to because it's amazing in these parks. So I will probably rebuild this gateway later on once I've gotten really used to the game and all these custom build tools and maybe learn some of the little tricks that you can do. And now I'm spending a ridiculously long time trying to find a sign to stick on the front for the name of the park. And yeah, I think this is going to be quite a lot of fun. I do like these sort of simulator building games, so I'm quite good with The Sims. I do enjoy playing The Sims and City Skylines and games like that. So Planet Coaster is another game for me to explore. So I've added in this lovely sign that totally matches everything. And that I'm going to add some animatronics onto the top so that we can do some stuff, but it looks like I'm going to add the floor or the roof onto these parts of the castle now. And yeah, that's the rough draft of the main entrance gate done. So being in the UK, well, being in Scotland really, there's not a lot of theme parks that we can go and visit. I could go down to Alton Towers and explore there, and Fort Park and all these sorts of theme parks, but we don't really have anything like America do with Disney World and Universal Studios. So although there was a rumour going about that Universal are going to be building a theme park in the UK, so that would be exciting. But being in Scotland, most of these theme parks are hundreds of miles away from me, and it's just not feasible for me to go and visit them. And I do like a theme park. I do like going on roller coasters and things, so I'll just build my own. So there's my animatronics going on top. I think I could stick a jester over on this side, just to give it some nice... This is totally a castle, very realistic kind of feel. And that's the first draft of the entrance gate now. So now what I'm going to do is build some planters. So I may not have been to many theme parks, but I've been to a fair few castles. And a lot of these castles have these really fancy grounds with these very ornate gardens. So I wanted to have that feel as you come in, with these very precise planters, sort of raised plant beds. So Then I realised the grid doesn't match up with the paths, so I've had to build 2 different planters. So I really need to get used to how the grids work in this game, or if there's a way to turn off snapping and things like that. So I need to have a play about with the controls, but that's what this is all about, learning how to do these things. So when we're looking at the plants when you come in, castle, English countryside or Scottish countryside, what tree should it be? I've gone for the oak tree, because an oak tree, nice, grand, nice big tree, and they're usually around for hundreds of years. So if we've got a castle, better have an oak tree. So that's what I've done. I'm filling up the planters with bushes and these 2 big oak trees so that when you come in, you can kind of see the park, but it's kind of blocked off at the same time. And that's the feel that I've gone for. And now I'm just going to fill this up with these green things, can't remember their name, so that it kind of looks like grass. I would have liked to have put in grass, but I couldn't find grass, so I've gone for this sort of thing. And I know that it's clipping through the little fences, but I've kind of figured these gardens have probably been here for a long time. The castle kind of looks abandoned. Plants are going to start growing through the bricks in the walls and sort of creeping out. So adding that little bit of sense of realism in there. And there's probably a much quicker way to do this than placing them all individually. When I was looking through the controls later on, I saw, oh, there's a duplicate tool, so I could have I could have made duplicates, or I could start saving things as my own sort of blueprints. So hopefully as I get more familiar with the game, I'll be able to work out these things a bit more. So yeah, we're coming to the end now. So I've got my 2 planters stuck in a load of green things, 2 big oak trees, got a very rubbish castle, and now we're going to stick some plants in. So for this central concourse area, I'm hoping to open it up into a bigger path, sort of like an avenue, so that the guests can walk down. Probably extend the castle so that guest services like toilets and first aid and the information kiosk and everything are sort of built into this castle. And then having the walls coming around the castle walls with archways into the different areas, so that you're kind of vanishing out of the castle into these different adventure realms. That's my vision. Hopefully it will come together, and I will learn how to play this game properly along the way. So now I'm just going to go through, add some little seating areas, some benches, some bins, and some street lights for at night in the park. And yeah, that will be my little first planned, in air quotes, journey into building a theme park in Planet Coaster. So hopefully you will enjoy this series. Hopefully someone watches it. And yeah, this will be an exciting adventure in Adventure Realm. And then maybe later on we'll start playing some different games like Planet Zoo, which again I've played but never properly played. I've just been a plonk it and deal with it kind of player. The Sims, City Skylines. I have a lot of hours on City Skylines, but again, I try and plan a city and then it all goes to pot. Nothing like Biffa. So yeah, this is the beginning of a nice little journey into Planet Coaster. And that's us coming to the end. I've got 2 more little lampposts to put down, and then that is the gate done.